I know you might feel broken, but let me tell you, broken doesn't mean defeated. You're still here, still fighting. And that alone is a testament to your strength. Life has thrown its worst at you, testing your limits, bending you until you thought you'd snap. But you didn't, you're still standing, and that's the first truth you need to grasp. Being broken isn't a final sentence or a mark of failure. It's a state, a moment, a heavy cloak that drapes over your shoulders. It might be the exhaustion from battles you've fought too long, the sting of a dream that slipped away, or maybe it's that quiet ache, the one that lingers after loss, whispering you're not enough. But hear this, that whisper is wrong. Being broken isn't your end. It's your beginning. Think about a seed buried deep in the soil. To grow, it has to crack open. Its shell splits, its form fractures, but that breaking is what lets life burst forth. You are that seed. Your cracks, your fractures, they're proof you're on the verge of something greater. Or picture a caterpillar, dissolving in its chrysalis, losing everything it was. Only through that collapse does it transform, becoming a creature of flight and beauty. Your pain, your struggles, they're forging you into something magnificent. I know what it feels like to be there. The weight presses down and every step feels like wading through mud. Your mind spins with doubts. Your heart carries scars you're not sure will ever heal. It's the sleepless nights staring at the ceiling, the moments you question if it's worth fighting. But even in that darkness, there's a spark, a stubborn, unyielding flicker that refuses to die. That's your strength, and that's proof that broken does not mean defeated. You've been through storms that would crush others. Think about it, a time when you thought you'd reached your limit, when the world seemed to crumble. Maybe it was a betrayal, a failure, or even a loss that left you hollow, but you kept going. You took another breath, another step, and you're still here. That's not weakness, that's perseverance, which is raw, unrelenting. History is full of souls like you, people broken by circumstance, battered by life, yet they rose, and they turned their pain into power, their despair into defiance. Their names might echo through time, but their journeys started where you stand now, with doubts, wounds, and a fire that wouldn't quit, and you carry that same fire. Now let's face those chains holding you back. They're not made of steel, but they're heavy. Self-doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. These are the chains, and they wrap around your mind, tightening with every step. They tell you you're not capable, not worthy, and that your brokenness is all you'll ever be. But those chains are lies, illusions you've built or let others forge for you. You hold the key to shatter them, and that key is belief in yourself, fierce and unwavering. How do you break free? Start by looking at what you've already done. Every time you got up after falling, every moment you pushed through pain. Write those victories down, keep them close, and revisit them when the shadows creep in. Challenge the voice that says you can't, and ask it, why not? What's stopping me? Replace it with truth and tell yourself, I'm enough, I'm strong, and I will rise. Your mind is your battlefield. It can tear you apart or build you into a fortress. Choose to wield it and visualize your triumph, not as a distant dream, but as reality. See yourself standing tall, feel the weight lifting, and taste the freedom of overcoming. That vision isn't fantasy, it's a map, a guide to where you're headed. There's a fire inside you, and it's a dark fire, it's intense and untamed. It's the part that snarls at adversity, that burns hotter when the odds stack against you. Nurture it, feed it with your will, your refusal to bow. Like a phoenix, you can rise from ashes, not just healed but transformed. Your brokenness isn't a grave, it's the ember that ignites your ascent. Darkness isn't your enemy, it's your teacher and your crucible. It's the contrast that makes your light blaze, the shadow that defines your strength. Embrace it, those moments of despair, of rage, of feeling lost, they're shaping you. Your fears, your insecurities, they're not masters to obey. Face them, name them, and you'll find they shrink. You rule your inner world. You're probably wondering, how do I start when I'm so tired and so worn down? Well, the answer isn't easy, but it's simple. Take your first step. It doesn't have to be grand. Just decide to act, even if it's small. Write a goal, make a call, take a walk. Anything that says you're not done. Each step is a rebellion, a defiance of defeat, a brick in your foundation. Action is your weapon. Despair thrives in stillness, but it withers when you move. Set goals you can touch, small wins that stack up. Finish a task, celebrate it, feel the momentum grow. You don't need to leap mountains today, so take it one stone at a time. Motivation follows action, not the other way around, so start now. Remember, who surrounds you matters, so seek out the ones who see your fire, the ones who lift you, who remind you of your worth. Distance the doubters, the cynics, and the ones who feed your chains. You're not meant to do this alone. A reassuring voice and a steady hand helps lighten the load. Share your fight and your wins. Let doubters fuel your rise, and please be patient with yourself. Talk to yourself like you'd talk to a friend. Say, you're doing your best, you're enough, you'll get there. Forgive the missteps. They're not failures, they're lessons. Every morning is a fresh page, a chance to rewrite your story. Self-compassion isn't weakness, it's the soil where resilience grows. Now picture this, not as a scene, but a feeling. The storm rages heavy and loud, but there's a warmth inside you, a steady glow that cuts through. That's your hope, your potential. It's there always, even when you can't see it. Hold on to it. Let it pull you forward like a compass guiding you through chaos. You're an eagle, not trapped by the tempest, but soaring above it. Your struggles look small from up there, fleeting shadows beneath your wings. You can rise, you were made to, not just to survive, but to dominate your challenges. Your brokenness is a chapter, and not the book. You write your ending. What will you do now? Stay where you are, or use this as fuel. I believe in you, and with that you'll choose to rise. Take that step today. Trust yourself, your power, your fire. Act with grit, with hunger, with the certainty that you're not finished. Broken does not mean defeated. It's your chance to rebuild, to forge something unstoppable. You've got the strength, the will, and the heart to do this. Embrace the journey, the fire, the fight, and rise. You're not alone. Others have walked this road and they've won. Your victory will one day light the way for someone else. Now repeat after me. I'm not defeated, I'm rising. Say this when the doubts roar, when the weight presses down. Let this be your roar, your shield, your promise. You're capable of more than you know. You're worthy of every good thing. No one, not even you, can dim that truth. Go forward fierce and bold. You're not broken in spirit. Your cracks are where the light shines through. Proof of your fight. Rise above. The world needs your strength. You've got this, and you always have.